Yes. Hey. Well, we are going to go ahead and get started, and we got a full house. Great seeing everybody tonight. This is our regular city council meeting for Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. We did not have a closed session this evening. However, the council held a mid-cycle budget workshop at 4 p.m. and it's all good news. Got a balanced budget, got zero unfunded liabilities. We're increasing our reserve funds. That's going to be put on our agenda in June to approve from 35% to 40%. So lots of good things happening there. Yeah, we are fiscally conservative here, and it's our finance team that does such a great job with that. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get going. I'm going to call the meeting to order. It is 6:01. Madam Clerk, do we have any correspondence on tonight's agenda?
The council has received correspondence in the red folders on non-agenda public comments and 11.1 and 11.2.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I'll take a look at that. And meanwhile, if you don't mind, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Estrada is absent. Councilmember Carwin?
Here.
Councilmember Sobek?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dinas?
Here.
And Mayor Zimmerman.
And I'm here. Thank you. I believe Ryan Sharp is here. Oh, there he is over right by the podium, which is smart. Ryan is the pastor for Impact Church, and tonight he's going to share some words of inspiration for us. Thank you for being here, Ryan.
Thank you, Mayor Zimmerman and council members. As always, blessing to be here with you guys today. And I know we're a few days removed from Mother's Day, but I still thought it would be appropriate and a good idea to ask God's blessing on the mothers in our community as we start today. And for all of you moms who are here, thank you for all that you do. You give life, you care for those lives, and in return, once a year, you get a coupon book for free hugs. So we are grateful for all you do, and I just thought it'd be great to pray a blessing over you guys. So can we do that? And let's start our time that way. God, we thank you for the mothers in this community, and we ask a special blessing over each and every one of them today. Lord, we know they have that one day, but they pour in so much to our lives on a daily basis. And I know it's not always an easy task. And so for those who have courageously answered that calling of motherhood, we just ask that your hand will be with them. They feel your peace, your love, your support. And Lord, that even as we come alongside of them each and every day, that we look for ways to pour back into their lives as well. Thank you for the role they play in this community, the different jobs and roles they have throughout in every area of our city. And God, we thank you that there are many of them even here tonight. And thank you for the teens being honored that reflect also just some amazing moms who have raised them. So we pray a blessing over tonight in your name. Amen.
Amen. And thank you, Pastor Sharp, for being here. And please pass on to your congregation how much we appreciate all the good service you do to our community. So thank you. All right, with that, we are going to salute our flag here and do Pledge of Allegiance. I'm seeing in the audience a friend and someone who is a board member at the Chamber of Commerce, and that's Tony Reverdito. And so, Tony, if you don't mind standing and leading us in the flag salute, please.
Bring it on. Right hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well done. We are now on item 5. This is presentations. There's actually 4 presentations, and the first 3 are going to be up front. So, council members, why don't we head up to the front? I'm going to ask Colleen Ackerman, who's our Citizen of the Month, to join us in the front. That's what happens when you're super popular and you're doing all the awesome things that you're doing. Each month, we select a Citizen of the Month, and the council takes turns choosing somebody, and we look for someone who works behind the scenes, isn't out there looking for credit, but is rolling up their sleeves to do wonderful things in our community. This month, the selection's choice was by Councilmember Sobek, and she chose Colleen Ackerman, who is the president of the Arts Council Menifee Menifee and many other things. So I'm going to pass the microphone over to Councilmember Sobek to share a few words.
Thank you. So as the mayor said, you look for people who are going about doing good in this city and don't want any recognition. And I have seen Colleen for years be a service to this community, whether it's with the Arts Council Menifee, whether it's holding a canned food drive, doing a barn dance. And I learned recently you do some service over in Hemet to help some less fortunate. But Colleen just goes about with her little smile. And in fact, when I mentioned to her that she is going to be District 3's Outstanding Citizen of the Month, she just started crying. She goes, no, not me. There's so many other people. And she just was crying. But I asked her, why do you serve? And this is what she said. There is no greater joy than seeing and feeling a communication to others, helping others experience. This is my purpose. It's all about love for one another. Colleen Ackerman. So congratulations.
You know, as city council members, we go to a lot of events that are fundraisers and charitable and all of those kinds of things. And every single one that I go to, when I get there, you have already been there for an hour setting up. So your dedication to this community, we just spent all afternoon on Saturday together at Stamp Out Hunger, and just watching how hard you work at every one of these events inspires everyone else to do it, and it's what makes all of these events so successful. And your dedication to the arts is something that I find passionate as well. So thank you for your dedication to this community and inspiring others.
Every time when we have our Outstanding Citizen, there's always a few things in common that everyone has. Being selfless, dedicated to others, you're willing to sacrifice, and I think you very much embody all those things. I think Lisa said it really well, and you know, I think we'll just have T-shirts with your quote on it made. That'll do it. Congratulations.
So these comments are all so well said and coming from the heart. So Colleen, you've always been such a positive influence on all of us. And her husband, Bill, is one of our parks commissioners. Whenever I'm out and about, there's people that come running to you. I just see that all the time. Or they're saying, hey, Mr. Ackerman, and it's somebody who was in his PE class. But it's just great and Lisa, well done on your choice. One of the best people to have honored today. So, Colleen, if you want to say anything, feel free.
It's very hard for me to stand up here, but I am so happy to share, like I say, my joy and my love for everyone, and to find that in all of you whenever we're at any event. It's such a beautiful thing to connect. And we need more of that these days. We need to connect with one another because we are so similar. You know, we're all human. We all have issues. And we need to love on each other to try to get through it. And then my last thing is I want to promote Menifee's Got Talent. So it's coming up. I have little flyers, so please take them when you leave. It's going to be the most incredible show, and Bob is going to be in it, and Jason back there is going to be in it, and also all wonderful talent from the area. So please come and support the arts right here in Menifee. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. I'm going to give that to you. So this is for you to put on your wall. Put it somewhere where you see it. Let it remind you of this special day. I do want to ask, how many people came here special tonight to be able to honor Colleen? Look at that. That is awesome. Yes, you are well loved. All right, we're going to do a photograph together. Folks who came here for Colleen tonight, come on up. We're going to do a big old group photo. So Colleen's going to step forward all the way up, and we're all going to kind of come behind. All right, that was great. Next up, I'm going to ask Herman and Carol to come on up and join us. They are the owners of Michi Tacos. How many of you guys have gone over there and had a birria with the consomme, right? There's your customers, baby. It's awesome that they chose Menifee for their business. I remember when Fabio took me to your restaurant in Lake Elsinore and said, I want you to meet Herman. You're going to love his concept. And we did, and you were just very kind and welcoming, and it gave me then and our economic development team the opportunity to welcome you to come to Menifee and make that commitment, which you did. You joined our Chamber of Commerce. We've had so many great events where you've been a part of that, providing the food. We've done ribbon cuttings and chamber mixers over at your restaurant, and so you remember I said, I think you're going to be successful, and I think you are. So I'm just very, very proud of both of you. I'm going to pass the mic over to Kayla because she's going to share a little bit more about our business spotlight of the month.
Thank you, Mayor. Kayla charters with the Economic Development Department here at the City of Menifee. Once a month, we highlight one of our businesses that go above the call of business and that give back to our Menifee community. This month is Michi's Tacos. So with that, I'm going to share a little bit about the business and why they were nominated for a Menifee Business Spotlight. So, Michi's Tacos started a dream for Herman and Carol Herrera, and their vision came to life when they opened their first location in 2019 and then their second location here in Menifee in 2022. With a menu featuring classics like carne asada, al pastor, carnitas, and unique creations like their signature birria and birria ramen and micheladas. Michi's Tacos is renowned for its welcoming atmosphere, music, locally sourced ingredients, and of course, their birria tacos. From the moment a customer walks in to their last bite of food, they strive to make every interaction memorable. What sets Michi's Tacos apart is not just their incredible flavors, but they're also their dedication to using fresh, high-quality ingredients that are locally sourced. Supporting the Menifee community is a core value of Michi's Tacos, and they have collaborated with various organizations such as the Habitat for Humanity, the Oak Grove Center, the Boys and Girls Club, the Ronald McDonald House, as well as the City of Menifee for the State of the City address. And they also do their own unique ways to give back as well. They are currently partnering with the Menifee school districts for back-to-school backpack drives, providing backpacks filled with school supplies. They also run their own Michi's Tacos Christmas program, where they sponsor families in the Menifee community. And this day is filled with activities like meeting Santa, enjoying hot chocolate bar, catering by Michi's Tacos, arts and crafts, and providing groceries and essential items to those families in need. Their commitment to making a positive impact in Menifee is inspiring and serves as a wonderful example of how Menifee businesses can contribute to the well-being of their community. And as part of the Business Spotlight program, we partner with the business to produce a commercial on their behalf. So with that, we're going to go ahead and roll the video.
We opened Michi Tacos in Menifee to bring quality and an unforgettable experience to our community. For us, it begins with the ingredients. We source all of our ingredients locally. We make everything fresh daily, and every order is handcrafted. Experience the difference at Michi Tacos in Menifee. Quality food, a great customer experience, commitment to making our community better, one taco at a time.
So I'd like to ask, how many people are here because you know Michi's Tacos was going to be yes. It's great to have a following and have so many people that just appreciate you and love your restaurant, and thank you for doing everything you do. We have something for you I'm going to present in just a minute, but I'd like you to share a few words in reflection of where you've come so far in Menifee and what you have planned for the future.
Well, how you guys doing, guys? I'm Herman, one of the owners of Michi Tacos. So Michi's was just a small vision, right? At the beginning, it was a fun project, but, you know, we took a lot of pride in what we were doing. And this goes back to just kind of how Carol and I are as humans, as people, right? Serving others, right? That's the main thing, is about what people think about. I care a lot about that. I'm the guy that will stare at you taking a bite out of the food just to see your reaction. And then I'll run over there and see, hey, was it good? Something, you know, missing? Because I genuinely, I care a lot. You know, I think the first year when we opened, we never paid attention to profits, right? We never paid attention to any of that. That wasn't really our strength. It was about, you know, our customers happy, right? And to this day, we carry the same vision and values. That's something that's big for our company. I have about, you know, I think you probably know this, 15 years I was working with Wells Fargo. I learned a lot. And I brought a lot of those vision and values to the company and brought it to the food industry, where I wanted to demonstrate the growth, you know, create a culture that's fun, that employees can grow, build careers out of, learn something from us, so that way the day they decide to, you know, pursue their careers, and, you know, if it's related to food, but they can be entrepreneurs themselves, right? It's a dream. It's something that it's doable, accomplishable, and as long as you have the right support system, I think anyone can achieve that, right? So the real person, the boss behind the whole operation is is Carol, right? I came up with the crazy ideas. I'm the guy that jumps into the fires, you know, say, hey, let's try this out. But without Carol, this restaurant wouldn't be where it's at. You know, she is the operations. She's the brains behind everything. You know, we're really thankful for the staff that we have, the team, the community, the city. But I want to let Carol talk about a little bit more about, you know, Michi Tacos and what our future looks like.
Thank you, babe. That was very sweet. And I always tell everyone, I always follow it up with the real bosses are our little girls. So we have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. They're the ones that really run the show. But, you know, something that you said is you felt welcome when you went to the restaurant. And that's how we felt here in Menifee. We felt so welcome. I always share this story how the city was amazing to us. From our landlord, Fabio, was like, yeah, do whatever you want, get creative. This is your restaurant. And we were really able to get creative with the design. And from the city, the fire marshals, Sonia. Yeah, everyone was just amazing. We just felt such love in this great city. And it's a growing city, and we're so honored to be a part of it. And I just want to follow up a little bit on our vision and values. Our three core values. I start every meeting with this, every employee huddle, so we don't forget. The first one is the customer experience. And notice I didn't say customer service. I said the experience, because it matters. When you walk in, the music, what you hear, did you get acknowledged? Did somebody say welcome? And down to the last bite of their meal. Is it consistent? Was it made to order? Is it warm? Are they locally sourced quality ingredients? The second one is our employee culture. To us, our team, they're our family, right? And we have some of our team back there. Shout out to Michi Tacos Menifee. So we love our team, and we always try to make them feel like they belong, like they have a greater purpose. And we take advantage of our meetings to really teach them that the best way for you to grow is to grow others around you. And with that, we're so proud to be able to offer great benefits. So we match 401k plans up to 6%. We pay 100% of their dental, of their vision, life insurance, accident insurance. We have a 24/7 hotline. So if they're struggling with any type of mental health or addictions, or maybe they have a son that was bullied in school, anything like that, they have access to resources 24/7. Medical plans, a lot of things that we're so excited about because our team matters. They're important. We love people. And we took our whole team. So we closed down the restaurant and we took our team to Disneyland, which is one of our dreams. We always talked about it. We would walk down Disneyland and say, oh my gosh, imagine, you know, this person riding that ride and this person walking over there. And it was actually, I thought I was blessing them, but they ended up blessing me, knowing that we have some employees that were like 45 years old taking their teen kids, and they're crying. I'm crying for the first time because they were never able to experience Disneyland before. And we think we're you know, we're blessing them, we're doing all this, but really we're the ones that end up getting blessed at the end. And lastly, it's the food quality. Food quality is our third pillar of our vision and values. So we're big on supporting local businesses. So all of our ingredients are locally sourced and just the highest quality. And again, we are so fortunate and we're so happy to be a part of the city. And we love giving back, and all those charities that she mentioned earlier, it's been an honor and really a true blessing again for us to know that we can impact other lives. So, thank you.
You guys may not realize it, but you're on baby TikTok right now. All right, so you guys, this is for you. I know Michi Tacos is well decorated, but we want to add to the decorations with something nice for you to put on your wall. Congratulations for being a Business Spotlight of the Month for the month of May, and we're just very pleased with you. Let's take a picture together, and then we'll get all of your supporters to come take a big old family shot too. Up here, everybody, part of the Michi team. Why don't you guys step forward in the front, and then they can all come behind you guys. Come on up, you guys. Up here. You got room over here. One more photo. Okay, council members, we're going to stay up here, and I'm going to ask Mr. Reinhardt to come to the podium, and we're going to be honoring our youth leaders and those who are being awarded. There are 3 of them, so I'm going to turn it over to Mikey.
To announce our Menifee Teen Awards for the spring 2024 season. We have 3 outstanding teens here today to get recognized. I'm the Community Services Coordinator for the City of Menifee, overseeing youth programs, so I have the benefit of seeing a lot of really amazing high school students that come in and out throughout the years, and we know the importance it is to really recognize all the good work that they're doing. So we created the Menifee Teen Awards in 2021 to really highlight all of these achievements. Since starting the program, we've received so many outstanding nominations, making the decision for our panel of judges very difficult. And I do want to thank our sponsor for this program. The Menifee Teen Awards is sponsored by the Lake Menifee Women's Club. They've sponsored a $100 gift card for each of our seasonal winners, as well as a $500 and $250 prize for the winner and runner-up for Teen of the Year, which we will announce later this month. But for now, I would like to bring up our Lake Menifee Women's Club members that are here today, and they're going to help present the awards and prizes. All right, and we are going to start with our All-Star Athlete Award, and this is won by Kaylin Verduzco from Paloma Valley High School, a senior. Kaylin was nominated by her avid and math teacher, Michelle Allen, and I'm just going to read a little bit of what she nominated her for. Kaylin has been on our varsity song team throughout high school. She works extremely hard as an athlete on campus and as a student in the classroom. I am most impressed by her academics while being an athlete. Kaylin has challenged herself with her course load in high school and only ever received one B+, and the rest have been A's. She has taken numerous AP and dual enrollment courses through MSJC. She's been accepted already into Cal State University San Marcos, Cal Baptist University, and Cal Poly Paloma, and has goals to be in the medical field studying either pharmaceutical or biomedical sciences. Additionally, Kaylin has been an avid student for all 4 years of high school and was named Junior of the Year last school year. She serves as a daily example to me to show up with diligence each and every day. She is so deserving to be recognized for her efforts, and I know she will strive for success in her future. So congratulations to Kaylin. All right, yeah, if you want to have a seat, we're going to take a photo after this as well in the lobby. All right, our next winner is for the Outstanding Citizen category. This is Benjamin Ellett from Paloma Valley High School, a 12th grader. Ben was nominated by his teacher, Sandra Arguello. And a little bit of what she said about him in the nomination. I have known Ben for 4 years as his engineering pathway teacher. Ben is reserved, but a powerhouse of knowledge and technical skills. He is a deep thinker and will offer well thought out suggestions and observations. Ben is a skilled artist and computer coder and will often take on the most challenging tasks without hesitation and lend others a hand. He is well known and admired on our campus by students and staff. I am always intrigued and impressed by our conversations and what he is working on. Ben helped design the school's aquaponics system and helped support the new garden area. Additionally, he is the technical director for the school theater, and I know he will be successful at whatever he does and make an impact in our world. So congratulations again to Benjamin. All right, and our final winner this evening is in the Inspiring Academic category, and that winner is Yi Ru Hong from Paloma Valley High School in 12th grade. And Yi Ru was nominated by education specialist Shelby Purcell, and a little bit of what she wrote about her. Yi Ru is a wonderful straight-A student who has overcome multiple odds to be successful. Lacking all communication skills, she finally learned to communicate Chinese and then was adopted and brought to the United States. Once here, she was developmentally delayed and was diagnosed with autism, but she did not let that stop her. She forged on to learn English and became a straight-A student as well as an all-star wrestler. Yi Ru is proof that you can change your destiny and would be an excellent role model for many teens in Menifee. So congratulations to Yi Ru. And we'll do one group photo with all three of our winners. All right, congratulations. And in addition to their $100 prize tonight, all three winners will be eligible to win Teen of the Year, which we will award later this month, which is a $500 prize from Lake Menifee Women's Club, awarded at our Teen Recognition Night on Wednesday, May 29th. So we want to again congratulate all of our outstanding winners this season, and congratulations again.
I think it's great that we honor our young people. They are our future, and we're doing the right thing, and they are doing the right thing. So it's good to recognize them. Congratulations to all three. All right, we have our final presentation item, and that is our community services update. And I see Gabby Cow's here, so I'll take it away.
Awesome. Good evening, Mayor and Council. We'll be kickstarting the Community Services Department updates with a Youth Leaders of Menifee School Year recap. I will be handing the microphone over to our YLM President, Eliza Lazaro, and Vice President, Alex Casillas.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Eliza Lazaro, and I am a student at Paloma Valley High School, and I serve President for Youth Leaders of Menifee.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexander Casillas, and I'm a junior at Liberty High School, and I am the Vice President for this year's YLM term.
We are here today because we'll be giving a recap of our amazing year this year. The Youth Leaders of Menifee serves to inspire, educate, and influence the Menifee community through the youth's mind. This year, our theme was unity, and our goals for this year was having 1,000 hours of community service, attract new members from different schools, and implement our theme in different activities. We were also able to create a mascot for YLM, with it being a butterfly, as we believe butterflies symbolize positive transformations, growth, and diversity with multiple colors and their types. I'm happy to say that we have accomplished all of these goals, as we have over 1,300 community service hours, 150 high school members with our 8 different schools from our community, and we have started our mosaic tile project that involves the addition of mosaic tiles throughout parts of our city. We recently began making tiles for the Lazy Creek Recreational Center and expect to continue this project in the coming years. I'll let my Vice President, Alex, show the different events and activities YLM has helped this year with.
Throughout the year, YLM helps with a wide variety of city events and activities, ranging from our Mighty Me program that aims to bring together individuals with disabilities in a fun space, to our annual team college fair, Ready, Set, Future, and some of our biggest volunteering opportunities include, but are not limited to, Ready, Set, Future, the Dia de los Muertos fall, event, Fall Fest, the MSJC Christmas tree lighting, Santa's Workshop, Multicultural Festival, after-school tutoring program, and park cleanups. We also help organize and offer seasonal teen trips to places such as Disneyland, Knott's, baseball games, and many others. YLM builds on leadership skills as seen in our leadership training to Disney, where our officers spent a day at the park learning about leadership the Disney way, and in our recent trip to our local escape room, where we learned the value of collaboration and teamwork. We were also able to attract more members through presentations offered at our meetings this year. These presentations took place at our all-member meetings and included topics oriented to teens, ranging from a money management presentation by the local Cal Coast Credit Union branch, to an all-about MSJC information session by our local friend at MSJC. Overall, these meetings helped grow our member base and contributed to the volunteers present at events. Thank you.
Thank you for the endless support and encouragement we receive. We are beyond grateful and appreciative for the chance to serve our community and continue to do so for the years to come. Thank you for a great night, and that is the end of our year.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
We are super proud of our YLM members, and you'll be seeing some familiar faces this summer wearing CSG staff shirts. So next, May is National Water Safety Month. In preparation for our brand new aquatics program this summer, we have collaborated with different departments, residents, and our city officials to create a public safety campaign highlighting the importance of drowning prevention and providing tips to stay water safe.
With summer just around the corner, the City of Menifee would like to promote water safety and educate on drowning prevention to keep you, your friends, and your loved ones safe this season while having fun at pools, lakes, and water parks.
In the event of drowning, every second counts. We strongly recommend swimming where a phone is readily available in case emergency assistance is required. If you need to call 911, keep calm and provide dispatch with essential details, including the address of your emergency, the type of assistance needed, and a brief explanation of the situation. At every community pool in Menifee, prominent signs display this vital information. ensuring it's visible to all visitors.
All drownings are preventable, and yet drownings are the leading cause of injury and death in children under the age of 5 in the United States and in California.
In 2022, 28 Riverside County residents suffered from a fatal drowning. An additional 42 drownings resulted in non-fatal hospitalizations.
Let's work together. Stay safe, Menifee.
For more information about our aquatics programs, as well as water safety tips and tricks, please visit www.cityofmenifee.us/aquatics.
Stay tuned for additional water safety messages throughout the month. Another way to prevent drownings is to register for our Learn to Swim lessons. We still have available spots in our swim lessons, open recreation swim, and lap swim sessions. Additionally, registration for all summer camps and programs is open and continues to fill up quickly. This includes our NFL flag football season. Summer isn't even here yet, and the Community Services Department is hosting 5 special events before the end of May. The Art Affair this Friday at the Casey Center has a little twist. It is our first ever digital art affair, featuring short films, graphic designs, and stop motion animation. We have been working alongside Santa Rosa Academy to showcase many of their end of the year projects. Our annual youth fair is taking place this Saturday at Lazy Creek Park with performances from local groups and 20 youth program and service provider booths. Next is our official ribbon cutting ceremony at Banner Village Park on Friday, May 24th. The theme is Under the Sea. The Little Mermaid live action movie will be playing at dusk, and the splash pad will be turned on for the summer season. The following Monday, May 27th, we'll be gathering at Wheatfield Park to honor and remember our veterans that are no longer with us. Our keynote speaker is Dee Dee Rodler. She is the Gold Star wife of Captain Greg Rodler. She's the Vice President of the California Southwest Region and President of the Inland Empire Chapter of the Gold Star Wives of America. We'll then be kickstarting our Park After Dark series that will include Menifee Moonlight Markets. This year will include a live concert at every event. Our Movies in the Park series, you can go vote for the movie choice on the special events webpage. Go Skate Day, and of course, our annual Independence Celebration. If residents are interested in either becoming a vendor or participating in the community parade for the Independence Celebration, they can visit joinlmwc.org to get more information and submit an application. So now, on the behalf of our communications team, and to wrap up our updates, we have some exciting news. As many of you know, the City of Menifee hosted The Wall That Heals, the Vietnam Veteran Memorial Wall replica last year. Jonathan Oaxaca and the communications team produced a documentary titled The Memories of the Wall to capture the event as well as the stories and memories from that era. Since then, the documentary and promo video has been nominated and won several distinguished awards that I'd like to highlight on behalf of their team tonight. First is the honorable mention title at Digifest Temecula. Yesterday, we were notified that it was awarded the Award of Distinction in the category of Special or Community Event, one time, at the California Association of Public Information Officials conference where Phil and Bree are currently attending. Last week, Jonathan was notified that this documentary is now a 2-time Emmy-nominated documentary in the Pacific Southwest region. The full video was nominated in the documentary category and the teaser video in the promotion non-news category. Winners will be notified June 15th, so fingers crossed. And last but not least, it was nominated for the documentary event coverage category for the National Association Telecommunications Officers and Advisors Government Programming Awards. And finalists for that will be notified on July 15th. So way to go, Jonathan Oaxaca and the communications team, and we're just so blessed to have him share his talents with us.
He deserves a hand.
Absolutely. And for any other information or questions, you can contact our Community Services Department in person, via email, or on via phone.
All right, Ms. Cal, thank you very much for the community services update. We appreciate it, and congratulations, and thank you to our youth leaders in Menifee as well for the updates. Councilmember Sobek's in the queue. Go ahead.
Yes, Mayor, I just have a question. If any of our residents would like to view that documentary, where can they find it?
They can find it on our YouTube channel for the City of Menifee.
Okay, so there you go. If you haven't watched it, you need to go and watch it.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move on our agenda. We're on item 6 now. This is agenda approval of modifications. Madam Clerk, do we have any modifications to tonight's agenda?
No, we do not.
All right, council members, all in favor of approval,
Mayor,
please.
before we vote,
Go ahead.
we did get a message from Adam Eventoff asking to continue an item. I didn't know if staff had reviewed that request or if there's any reason to do it or not. The SoCal Gas Public Affairs Manager.
Right.
So staff did receive that. It came in about 5:15 while we were in our special meeting. At this time, I do not believe staff is requesting to continue the item.
Okay, there's nothing addressed in there that we need to continue in order to include in it?
No.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Bob. So let's approve our agenda. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, our agenda is approved unanimously. We're now on item 7. This is public comments on non-agenda items. Madam Clerk, do we have anyone requesting to speak?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so let me just read this real fast. This is the time for members of the public to address the council about items that are not listed on the agenda. The Brown Act limits the council's ability to respond to those comments on non-agenda matters at the time they're made. So each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes on any single item. There will be a little clock up there, so when you're speaking, pay attention to that clock. And with that, Madam Clerk, go ahead and call first speaker, please.
Gloria Sanchez, followed by Jason White.
All right. Welcome, Gloria. And you know how to lower that thing, right? It's... Oops. Okay. The other way. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Perfect. Welcome, Gloria.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, residents of this beautiful city that we live in. I want to take the time to say I want to thank you so much for those of you who attended our health and safety for our seniors in the city, in the community of Sun City. We had a great time. We had over 50 service providers available to our seniors, and we also had close to 300 attendees on that day. It was a Saturday. It was a great day, so I just want to say thank you so much for that. On another note, I would just want to remind everyone that we had so many wonderful things happen today with all the presentations and all the great words and all, but I do want to remind you that May is also the Mental Health Awareness Month, and the theme is Take the Moment. So we want to take the moment the campaign encourages us to foster open dialogues, cultivate empathy and understanding, and to share resources to support individuals and families on their journey towards mental wellness. This campaign also champions the importance of destigmatizing mental health by normalizing the practice of taking moments to prioritize mental health care without guilt or shame. Riverside County creates awareness through a mental health awareness fair themed The Art of Wellness, which highlights behavioral health services for children, adults, older adults, and substance abuse and prevention services. They have a fair coming up on May 23rd at Riverside Fairmont Park. And in the city of Menifee, you matter. The mission of the You Matter collaboration is to improve mental health awareness, promote individual empowerment, and facilitate access to outreach programs available to the city of Menifee. As a community, it is important for us to bring resources that help the emotional, mental, and social well-being of our community members. The resources are to help residents of all walks of life, youth, teens, seniors, and everything in between. We value each and every one of our residents, and in Menifee, you matter. Please take the time to check out the website for additional information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gloria.
Jason White, followed by Paul McCaughey.
Welcome, Jason.
All right. right, let me try to get this thing up here. All right. Okay, there we go. Honorable Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, Executive Staff, good evening. Thank you for having me. Residents of Menifee, it's a pleasure to be here. Tonight I want to tell you a little bit about what's been going on at the Menifee Chamber. You all know, and many of you attended our gala. That was a fun event. Tony did a great job, and I just want to give you an incredible shout out, Tony, for your work at the gala. That was fun, but many of you were there, and it was a pleasure to have you, and thank you for the support. I got to dance with my mom that night. That was kind of fun. Some of the events that are coming up that I just want to invite you to come, and Armando, please, I would love to have you as well if you can make it. But on Friday, May 17th at noon at MSJC, building 900, room 927, Mike Hesterin is going to be speaking. He's the Riverside County DA. It's a partnership with the city, a partnership with the chamber, MSJC, just to bring him in, talk about business. It's really for the business community, talking a little bit about crime and how to temper some crime in the community. So that's going to be important, and I'd love for you to come out to that. If you want more information, please call me or call the chamber. Tuesday, May 21st, we have the Wake Up Menifee at 8:30 a.m. It's going to be out at EMWD. Love to have you for that. Thursday, May 23rd at 11, we do have a ribbon cutting coming up at the 7-Eleven in the new Sun City. So that, that's going to be exciting. Let's see, the time on that, 11 a.m. ribbon cutting. I didn't bring my glasses, so cut me some slack, everybody, okay? I left them in the car. We do have a big event coming up, and that's kind of what I'd like to highlight, the Menifee Keep Business Walk. And what that is we randomly select about 100, 150 businesses to talk to get information, survey them about how the chamber and how the city can better serve them. And this is a big partnership with the city of Menifee. And I just want to tell you, we're looking for volunteers to come out. So if you might want to be a part of that, please come talk to me. Come call the chamber. That is going to be on Thursday, June 20th. And it's going to be, a 3 or 4 hour event, from, 8 to 12 kind of deal. So please come out. We would love to have some volunteers for that. And I've got about another 40 seconds. I know you're all wanting to hear about where we're at, the big news about what's going on with the chamber and hiring our new president. So we're getting close. We're almost to the finish line on that. I'm excited to be sharing that very soon. So just want to, the suspense will continue. But I want to thank for your help on that. And that's all I got. But we've had some great events the last couple of weeks. Beverly and Damian are here. They opened up a new business, Menifee Mailboxes and More. So, and they're part of our, part of the chamber. Last 8 seconds, congratulations to Carin. She was my yoga instructor in 2016 at MSJC, so I'm out.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate the update.
Paul Makahi, followed by Susie Hunt.
If you wouldn't mind stating your name one more time, sir.
I will do that.
Thank you.
My name is Paul Makahi, Honorable Mayor, City Council members, and city staff. I appeared here last May 17th on an issue and an agenda item that you had. And why I was appearing was because this goes all the way back to July 9th of 2022 when I started communicating with the city due to landscaping in certain areas, and especially around our community of Sun Ranch, and some safety hazards of sidewalks rising and things like that. That went on, and I just got what drove me on May 17th of last year to come in here and address it was when I saw on the agenda about a property tax addition assessment that was being put onto our community in different districts for landscaping. And I wasn't very happy with it at that time, and that's why I came in to address it, was because of the fact that why am I being assessed along with everyone else when the job isn't being done? But what I uncovered at that time was not only were the assessments being done, but the budget was being cut back, and so was staff in that area. And it was tabled at that time. I was unable to make it back to the next city council meeting because I was out of the country. I have 3 pages of So basically, when I got back, I've had some promises made by the city that they were going to be doing some landscaping in that area around us. That didn't happen, so when I got back from my trip overseas and I saw that nothing was done, I basically thought, I told my wife, I said, I can't, this is ridiculous. So I kind of waited for about 3 months. I contacted, I don't want to go into it. This would take me 10 minutes to read every email. I copied it on here, and it goes for 2 years, to the fact of what is going on. Then we were promised landscaping would be done. It was partly done, and then it stopped. And then recently, I've been doing this almost every month. So I go out on walks and I address this. I took pictures. So recently here, just a couple of weeks ago, I sent emails and pictures of the weeds that were also in the streets, but also along the landscaping. And I just said, what's going on here? The promises and everything else are right here. And I'm just personally tired of hearing the promises and the work isn't being done. And it's not just in my community. It's just funny that one certain area over in Menifee looks absolutely like a third world country, period. Not Audie Murphy Ranch or any of the rest that was done well. But, you know, I've asked 15 times now for somebody to please come out, walk with me, so we can see it. And it was just funny that the last communication, your landscapers left 2 bags at our front entrance, took 4 weeks, and they finally got picked up after I sent an email. So anyway, it's just my displeasure on what's going on.
All right, thank you.
Susie Hunt.
Hi, Susie, welcome.
Thank you. I don't know, okay, I guess I'm okay. My district council member, Bob Carin, kind of tweaked it a little bit. I would just like the city council and the planning commission, as they're going forward trying to keep Menifee growing, that you do a little more of an impact study on traffic. I live in Sun City in the core, and the new development along Bradley next to Salt Creek, that's going to be a disaster area for traffic. There's only one way to get out of whatever you're building there, and that's onto Bradley. People come, if it's a community, people coming home from work going north on Bradley are going to have to make a left to get into their houses or whatever. You're backing up traffic on a two-lane road where people now are going to have to cut around. I drive Simpson Road several times during the week. The houses you're building between Newport and Simpson Road along Leon, Simpson Road is a 2-lane farming road. Here again, traffic congestion. So, you know, please, even if you approve it in 10 years in advance for these communities, before you continue on to the next step, please do another impact study on traffic. The infrastructure is getting horrible. It's sometimes getting out of my street onto Bradley, if I'm making a left-hand turn, it takes me 5 minutes because of the traffic. Traffic on Valley Boulevard is horrendous. Traffic, they've learned on the traffic, have learned coming up McCall Road to bypass Newport and then go Bradley or Valley Boulevard. And now that's all messed up, and it's, you know, I've talked to Chief Carr because twice now I've seen, when I've been in the left-hand lane to make a left-hand turn off McCall into Bradley, somebody's in that first right straight through lane, and they use it as a second left-hand turn lane and cut, you know, somebody's going to get hit there because people use go over to get into Walgreens. So please, you know, pay a little more attention when you're doing this and plan for traffic. Here again, I still don't know what you're going to do about the one there at Salt Creek, because that will be a disaster. And then you're going to put the bridge in it going across Salt Creek. Yeah, luckily I can get out the other way. But anyway, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ms. Hunt. We appreciate you coming.
No other speakers.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to go ahead and move on our agenda to item 8, council member updates and comments. I'll start with Councilman Carwin.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to start with answering a question that I've been getting a lot since I got here today, which is why are the flags at half-mast? A lot of people have been asking us about that. Is because today, May 15th, is Peace Officers Memorial Day. And so it's a remembrance of peace officers who have died or been disabled in the line of duty. So that's what's going on there. It's not a specific person that we're honoring. It's Peace Officers Memorial Day. So I thought I would answer that straight away. Things that I was able to do, I had an opportunity to go to an ambient communities meeting at the Cherry Hills Golf Course to get an update from them. It was the 6th in a series of meetings that they did, trying to get as many people out. They're going to take in all of the comments and the feedback that they got, and then come back and do another series of meetings. We'll let you know when that's coming up. I attended a Rotary Club meeting. Mayor was there as well. I got to go to the Menifee mailboxes and more ribbon cutting. That was a blast. I always love to see new businesses opening. Last Saturday, I assisted with our community cupboard with the Stamp Out Hunger event, where we had 7 trucks of food that were donated and processed. I think the final tally was right around 13,000 pounds of food that was brought into the community cupboard. That was just outstanding. Michael Knighton was there. Colleen Ackerman was there. There was a bunch of our community volunteers, Ed, Linda, everybody was there. So fantastic, great job by the community. And then I was at the last evening, the chamber mixer at LCL Realty. And that's what I got.
All right, Bob, thank you. Councilmember Sobek's next.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to report out a few things that I attended. As you heard earlier from our Senior Advisory Chair, Gloria Sanchez, that there was a health and wellness fair held this month, or just last weekend, and there was just so many seniors that were coming up to me and thanking me, but it didn't have anything to do with me. It was our community services and our Senior Advisory Committee. And I wanted to recognize one of our volunteers. I'm seeing him everywhere, is Dave Faust. He was there representing the Red Cross. So it was a great event for our seniors that morning. They enjoyed a nice lunch, and I just want to thank kudos to our community services and our Senior Advisory. I attended the National Day of Prayer. That's done every year on the first Thursday, and our city recognizes that. And I just say there was just the most wonderful spirit of unity at that event. I attended the Riverside RCA Board of Directors meeting. The main topic at the Board of Directors was the budget coming up for the new fiscal year. I attended for Councilmember Carwin, the WRCOG Executive Committee meeting. A little bit to be aware of to my colleagues is that they are talking about a nexus study, and they gave a TUMP overview of the needs of the county. I attended the Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council meeting. Councilmember Dinas and I attended a finance committee meeting where we talked about city investments. We talked about that today earlier in our finance budget workshop that we had. And again, as it was said earlier at the beginning of the meeting, we took our reserves up to 40%, which is, we're being conservative and we're planning for the future. I would like to share, as it was mentioned yesterday, there was a ribbon cutting and evening chamber business at LCL Realty who had a grand opening, who they just redid their facility there, and it just looks beautiful. I just want to thank these little mom and pop businesses in our town. They really make a difference. They're just part of the Menifee family. I attended the Marietta State of the City, and last but not least, a long-awaited project, the Holland Road I-215 overpass deck pour. Went out there the other morning and watched the deck pour, thanked some of the construction workers. The older woman that you see in the picture here with her son and daughter-in-law, her son is their residents. They've been residents for over 30 years, and he was the crane operator on this job, and he lives here in Menifee. And she's gone through some health issues lately, and he wanted her to come out and see what he has been working on for the last year. So Gloria Speary came out, 85 years old, and she was so touched by being able to be out there at that bridge site. Also, I wanted to say kudos to Carlos Geronimo, who has been the lead. He has been the project manager on this for the past 14 years, getting this project to where it's at today. And it looks like the pour went really good. It's going to cure for about 10 days, and then pretty soon we'll be able to maybe see some false work start coming down. So just a big, big event for the city of Menifee. Bridge pour doesn't happen every day. It's really a big thing to have a bridge built in the city. And so this is going to help our residents get from the east to the west or west to the east, maybe avoid Newport and avoid Scott and make the traffic a little better on those roads. So just want to say thank you to our staff. That's all I have.
All right, very good. Thank you for your report, Mayor Pro Tem Dinas.
Thank you. On May 2nd, I attended the Southwest Communities Finance Authority Board meeting, which better known as the Animal Shelter JPA. Animal Friends of the Valley staff, there was a question put, why so many animal turn-ins and things, and because Menifee is now 21.6% of the number of animal shelter there. We're getting up to be a quarter of it, second only to Lake Elsinore. And the question is why. And from AFE's reports that those cities with high rural areas tend to have more animals brought into the shelter. So that is something we really can't do a whole lot about, I don't think, other than try to work with owners to take care of them. They also noted that as owner turn-ins, that even though they get when they find lost ones, even though they're chipped, a lot of times even though the animal's brought to the shelter with a chip, that a lot of times that the owner decides not to pick them up, so that adds to the population there. So those are some of the things that they're looking at. A lot of the owner turn-ins, a lot of it's due to their economics as well, that whether they're losing their home or they're moving out of state, and so not able to take their pet with them, so they turn them into the shelter for that. Also, at the same meeting, the AFE presented their fiscal year 24-25 budget. There are a number of questions on that by the entire board of directors. So an ad hoc committee was formed. Myself and Council Member Marquez from Wildemar were appointed to that. And tomorrow we'll be going over with city staff that staffs the JPA to go over the answers that were provided and then give some direction, and then the full board will meet again to review the budget once more. That's what I have on that. And other than that, then again, I, along with Council Member Sobek, attended the Finance Committee meeting, and that's what I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dean, and thank you for representing us on that JPA with the Animal Friends. All right, I'll try to go quick here. This is since our last meeting on May 1st. On May 2nd, Thursday, there was the National Day of Prayer, and it was great to be there, hearing from words from our keynote speaker, Supervisor Chuck Washington, and thank you to St. Vincent for our church for hosting. Later that evening, there was a TEDx Salon event, and the mayor from Wildemar and myself were the hosts, and so that was very enjoyable. I talked about fear of public speaking and not being afraid when you have that microphone in your hand. On Friday the 3rd, the Murrieta Temecula group held a meeting over at Wilson Creek Winery, and the speaker was Lisa DeForest, and she spoke about the efforts of the Southwest Higher Ed Coalition that Councilmember Sobek serves on as well, and some of the movement there to bring a four-year university to our region. That evening, Paris Union High School District held a recognition gala. It was all about family engagement, and it was held over at the Fairfield Hotel. On Saturday the 4th, there was the Senior Health and Wellness Fair at Sun City Civic Association, and great job to Gloria and her team for spearheading the effort and putting it all together, and also along with our staff. As she had mentioned at the podium, there were hundreds of people who found out about free programs and lots of good things for them. So it was a great day for our seniors. And then in that afternoon, there was a spring community event held by Louie's Nursery that I visited. And on Tuesday the 7th, the Interfaith Council had a meeting I attended. On Wednesday the 8th, RCTC had its meeting, but we went out to Palm Springs to make it fair because RCTC is every city in the county of Riverside, and they always come to Riverside, so we decided we'll do a couple each year out in the desert. So I had to drive. On Thursday the 9th, there was a U Matter collaboration meeting held at the North Annex. I attended. It was a good meeting. Lots of good things shared there. On Saturday the 11th, the Chamber had the ribbon cutting at mailboxes and more in Sun City. And it was great. Councilmember Carwin and I got to award them and cut the ribbon and congratulate them on their new business. Later that afternoon, Bear River Springs Academy right here on Newport Road had a theater performance of middle school kids called Aladdin, and my wife and I attended that as well, just to show some support to our young theater performers. Yesterday there was a chamber mixer at LCL Realty, as was mentioned, and that was nice to be there. They've been in business in that location for many years, and it's nice to see the upgrades they did. Tomorrow evening, everyone's welcome. Liberty High School is having what's called a business battle, and it's in the evening at about 6 o'clock. And it's our youth kind of get an opportunity to kind of sell a concept and an idea, a business plan, and be judged, almost like you'd see on a think tank or one of those Shark Tank shows, right? So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. It's open for everyone to come and check it out and cheer on our Liberty High School students. And then this Saturday, boy, we're all going to be busy. I saw how many things. There's something like 6 events or something. So get ready for that. And I'm looking forward to honoring our military and our families, especially remembering the fallen. We have our memorial ceremony on Monday the 27th, 10 a.m. at Wheatfield Park. I will see everybody there. That is my report. Anybody else have anything else to add? Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to remind everyone that, Susie mentioned some of the traffic. Starting on May 20th, Bradley Road is going to be closed down in alternate directions because they're going to be doing some connection to utilities. Right at Salt Creek, there's a new development going in there next to the church, just on the south side of the creek. So they're going to be closing off portions of the road. So May 20th through, I think, June 3rd is the schedule. So if your travels take you through there, maybe think about it.
All right, thanks for the heads up. All right, hearing no others, we're going to move on. We're on item 9. This is approval of the minutes. We actually have 3 minutes, April 17th special, April 17th regular, and May 1st regular. Council members, any modifications that you need to make? Okay, all in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, those are approved unanimously, and we're now on item 10. This is our consent calendar. All matters on the consent calendar are to be approved in one motion unless a council member requests a separate action on the specific item on the consent calendar. If it's removed from the consent calendar, it'll be discussed individually and acted upon separately. Unless otherwise directed by a member of the council, the vote on ordinance adoptions will reflect the prior action of the council members when the ordinance was introduced. However, if a council member is not present at that meeting, their vote will be reflected as absent. Council members, Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak on our consent calendar?
No speakers.
All right, thank you. Council members, do we have any items that we'd like to pull, or can I get an approval for the balance?
So moved. Second.
Okay. Madam Clerk, if you'd pull up our voting. And I see that our consent calendar is passed with 4 yeses and 1 absent. So we are now moving to item 11. This is public hearing items. There's 2. We'll take the first one, 11.1. It's a street name change from Comey View to Comet View Court. And I see we have our management analyst, Laura Sportelli, here. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of council. The item before you is the official street name change from Comey View Court to Comet View Court in the Sun Ranch community. The street is located north of Turfwood Street, south of Rouse Road, east of Geary Street, and west of Lone Star Way, and consists of 12 residential lots. The history of Comey, or Comet View Court, begins in August 2004 when the tract map was recorded with the County of Riverside and created the streets within the Sun Ranch community, including Comey View Court. When the community was constructed and prior to the city's incorporation, the developer installed a street sign labeled Comet View Court. City installed a new street sign in June 2023 to reflect the street name as it appears on the tract map. per requests made by USPS and Emergency Services. In August 2023, city staff received and responded to resident communications, voicing concerns over the street sign change, and in October, City Council requested a future agenda item for review. Excuse me. Staff brought the item before Council in January and was directed to return with an official action to change the street name and corresponding signage to Comet View Court. Additionally, in April, we received a petition from residents with 11 of 12 supporting the official street name change. Staff's recommendation is to adopt a resolution to officially change the street name from Comey View Court to Comet View Court.
All right, thank you, Ms. Sportelli. Council members, do we have any questions at this time? I do. Do we have any correspondence regarding this from the residents, either in support of one way or the other?
Yes, support from residents is almost unanimous to Comet View Court.
Okay. So we were asked by the members of the public to fix something, and Councilmember Carwin brought it to us, and we did everything we can do, and we're going to make that fix, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so that's your government in action. Bob always jokes that government is not the way to fix things, but here's an opportunity to actually do it.
You know,
right.
it was government that got the sign wrong in the first place. So.
Why do you always got to take it to the negative? We are fixing it. That's what we're doing tonight. All right. So any other questions, council members?
By the way, it wasn't this government that got the sign wrong in the first place.
Right.
This government's fixing it.
We're the fixers, right? All right.
I would like to see Councilmember Carwin make the motion tonight.
Yes, but before we do that, I need to open the public hearing, and it is 7:12. Madam Clerk, do we have any other correspondence, and was this legally noticed?
The council did receive one other piece of correspondence in their red folders, and we do have 2 public speakers.
All right, very good. Let's go ahead and call the first public speaker.
Kyle Stewart, followed by Rebecca Stewart.
All right, well, welcome, Mr. Stewart.
Everyone on the street's named Stewart. It's part of the deal.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for hearing us. And I don't think I have a lot to say if you're going to approve this. I can go through it all if you like, but I would rather give my time to Miss Rebecca, our neighbor across the street, who did the petition circulation and took care of the heavy lift on getting all the neighbors on board.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Rebecca, if you don't mind telling us your last name.
Rebecca Stewart Wilson, homeowner on Comet View Court, Sun Ranch Homeowners.
Okay.
I'm speaking on behalf of all the homeowners on that street. We'd like to say thank you for taking into consideration the petition that was sent out. We thank you for also taking the time to review the mistakes that were made by whomever. And we'd also like to say we appreciate your changing that as expediently as you are, because we were having some real issues with our private mortgages and insurances and taxes if we were going to have to go through that hardship. So again, it's just to say thank you, and we approve your approval.
Thank you. It means a lot that you came. Thank you. Any other speakers, Madam Clerk?
No other speakers.
All right, very good. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing, and it is 7:15. And council members, any discussion? And I do agree that maybe Councilman Carwin should be the one to make the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the change of the name.
Excellent. And I'll second that. And Councilmember Sobek, were you in the queue? No. Okay. Go ahead, Bob. All right, and that passes with 4 yeses and 1 absent, so congratulations. I hope this solves this and you don't have any more headaches and heartburn, so yes, good job, Ms. Portelli. All right, moving on our agenda, we're on item 11.2. This is our 2024 Comprehensive Cost of Services and User Fee Schedule Update, and I believe we have our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Hickey, here to introduce the item.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. My pleasure to be here again tonight to talk about this item. As we start this item, there is one correction that we need to ask the council to include in any motion to correct the item, and I will address that when we come to the item in the presentation. Okay, so this is our 2024 user fee schedule update. So in October of 2022, the council adopted the 2022 comprehensive user fee study, which took effect January 1st of 2023. It was slated for automatic consumer price index adjustments effective July 1st, 2024. The user fees are established to basically recover the costs of providing services to residents and businesses, and part of that user fee study went through in detail about the actual cost of the fee and then the set the fee level. And so really what we have here tonight is we normally may not have needed to do this public hearing, but we need to do it tonight for two reasons. One is we're asking the council to make an adjustment to the CPI index that we're using to adjust the fees, and then because we're also adding a couple of new fees in there. So had it not been for those, these fees would have just been adjusted automatically by the CPI index. And so with the CPI index on the left side of the box there, is in the fee study that came before you in 2022 referenced a December CPI index, but that index is not a complete index of all goods and services within the region. And so that index is actually published in odd months, so January, March, and so forth. And so that's also consistent with other government agencies use that same CPI index for January. For example, Riverside County uses that to adjust their species habitat fee that we collect on their behalf is adjusted with the January CPI index. And so part of the action we're asking the council to take would be to change that CPI index. And then in the future, the fees could be adjusted automatically. We would only need to come back to the council if we were proposing any new fees. So as I mentioned, we are proposing some new fees in the area of community services, community development, for the police department, and in the finance department. So looking at the the new fees that we're proposing, the upper left box there is our aquatics program. Those are the proposed fees for aquatics, the different programs, as well as the facility and field rental fees. Off to the right is the community development fees, some modification to our tenant improvement fees, and also adding on to our schedule an application refund processing fee, both for planning and building permit issuance, which those fees are authorized under the municipal code as well as the building code, but just as a practice to have all our fees together, we wanted to add those onto the fee schedule. On the bottom left are some adjustments to fees for the police department. The one that is in blue there is the one that we'd like the council to adjust versus what was in the resolution and as a part of the agenda packet. What we're asking is that the citation sign-off fee would be $25 if the citation was issued by an agency other than Menifee PD. If it's a Menifee PD citation that was issued and they come to Menifee PD to have it signed off, there will be no charge for that. And so that was really the intention. There was some kind of lack of clarification as we put the agenda packet together, and so that would require some modification to the attachments to the resolution. But again, the proposed fee that PD is looking for is zero cost to sign off on citations issued by Menifee PD, $25 to sign off on citations issued by any other agency. On the business license side, we are looking to instate a business license reinstatement fee, which essentially would require a business to pay any renewals that they hadn't paid, along with the late fees corresponding to those renewals, to bring their license current. And so those are the proposed new fees. And so in terms of our recommended action, so we're asking the council to adopt a resolution approving the addition and modification of the fees with an effective date of July 15th, 2024. There is a 60-day waiting period, so that's why July 15th, 60 days from today, and authorize the city manager to implement the annual consumer price index adjustment based on the January to January index going forward, again, effective July 15th this year and July 1st in future fiscal years. And so the adjustment that needs to be made to the attachments to the resolution, in attachment A, it references the citation fee as being $20 overall. It would be 0 for Menifee issued citations, 25 for non-Menifee PD issued citations, and it's also referenced in Exhibit B on page 4 as items, as fees 5.04 and 5.05, again with a 0 cost for Menifee PD issued citations, 25 for non-Menifee PD citations. And
I would add only one thing, and it's just because the non-agency fee is actually going up by $5. The inside Menifee fee goes to 0. The non-agency goes up by $5. Just so the record is clear, the cost of that action is $38, and so we still are not seeking recovery above our costs.
And then just to clarify, the existing fee is actually $15. The initial proposed fee was $20. We're now proposing that to be $25, but it is $38 is our cost, and so it is still below the cost recovery that we need to be at.
My mistake. Thank you.
All right, thanks for the clarification. All right, and does that end our report?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, council members, do we have any questions for Mr. Hickey? Go ahead, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. With the, I understand then that the recommended action on number 2 is that the change in fees will be automatic from, from year to year then. Will the council get a chance to see that at any time? Or is it just going to be an administrative action?
The proposal would be for it to be an administrative action, that we would come back to the council to bring any new fees. If there were any fees added to the schedule, that would have to come before the council. I mean, certainly administratively, the copy of an updated schedule could be forwarded to the council.
I would like to see at least come back as a consent item so that the council have the opportunity to see what was, I mean, if the fees are too high, you don't get the phone calls, we do. So I want to make sure that we see that and it is something that, we can support. That would be my only request.
And it'll never exceed 4%, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I like your suggestions. So. Any other questions for Mr. Hickey?
I have a question.
Go ahead. Sorry, Lisa.
Can you go back to the second to last slide on the fees? Just have a couple questions. Just for clarification, I know this is new. We have an aquatics program now. Learn to swim, $75 for residents. Can you tell me what that is? Is that a month? Is that how many lessons? Can you tell me what that is?
I would defer to community services. I think I know the answer, but they probably will answer better than me.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Mariana Mitchell, Community Services Manager, and our new aquatics program is $75 per session. So it's a 2-week session, which is 4 days, Monday through Thursday. They are 30 minutes each day, and so it comes out to a total of 4 hours of instruction, which comes out to just under $20 an hour for the Learn to Swim lessons.
Okay, all right. I thought it said it said in this 2 times a week. So I think in the staff report. So I may have read that wrong, but I did
it's a
want
2-week session.
A 2-week session, okay. And then on the sports field lighting, it's 15. When you say lighting, where's the one that you mark the fields that was on here earlier?
Yeah, it looks like that was an error. It should be sports field lining. So lining the sports fields, yes. That is $15 each time a league requests the assistance for that, and we're just looking to recoup the cost of the materials to line it. It's not mandatory for any of our leagues to use. They can still line on their own.
All right, thank you. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Mayor Pro Tem.
A couple of things, and I know I mentioned it on our agenda review. You know, we charge residents $2 every day they come in there. Is it? Or, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be cost effective, but do something like a season pass type of thing for residents. I mean, if most parents have wallets that are like magic wallets, you put $1 and then it disappears, and you show up there and you know you just try to find $2 per kid to swim. If you had a seasonal pass for a family, that might be a little easier for the family. I don't know if it's cost effective, but you know, something I'd hope you'd at least look into.
Sounds like my wallet, Councilmember Dynas. Yeah, yes, definitely. We're starting off with the daily charge because there is a limitation on the amount of kids we can have at the pool at one time for safety reasons, and we want to kind of judge to see if how many kids are coming on a daily basis before we can open it up for an annual pass like we do at the skate park. So,
as long as on your radar, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. The second, and on the staff report, you're charging for striping fields.
Yes.
Is that for our organized sports like Little League and things, and the girls softball?
Yes, I believe that's the same item that Councilmember Sobek just spoke about. Yes, but it is to line the fields for them. It's an optional fee.
Okay, it's an optional fee.
Yeah, so if they can't do it themselves or they don't have the equipment, they could pay us to do it. And as Ms. Mitchell mentioned, it's just a fee to cover the cost of the chalk and the machine.
Okay, because my granddaughter plays in the neighboring city softball, and they have a locker there at each, you know, lock box with all the equipment there that, you know, the parents can do themselves.
If they can do it themselves, that's fantastic.
Okay, but they have to provide the equipment though, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, seeing no other questions, I'm going to open the public hearing at 7:27. Madam Clerk, was this legally noticed, and do we have any correspondence on this item?
This item was legally noticed, and as noted before, the council did receive correspondence on this item.
All right, thank you. Do we have any requests to speak on this item?
No request to speak.
All right, thank you. I'm going to close the public hearing 7:28, and council members is open for discussion or a motion, but Travis, maybe you might help us again. So we're going to be making a motion as modified, is that?
Correct. So it would be a amended motion to amend the exhibit to reflect the difference in the citation sign-off charges that we discussed.
Okay, and Mr. Melching, do we need to state all four of these things, the modified, the approval of that, but also the effective date and things like that? Yes, no?
The effective date is already in the resolution.
Okay.
And the
City
Mr.
manager.
Hickey described perfectly the modifications to Exhibit A and Exhibit B to the resolution, so those are in the resolution.
Okay.
The one remaining item is the item that Councilmember Dynas brought up, and if that's part of the motion, our suggestion would be to not change the resolution, but to add to the motion an instruction that prior to each annual increase, a reporting item be brought on the consent agenda to the City Council for their awareness.
Okay. So maybe you can.
I'll make that motion.
All right.
Just what he said.
Yes. Jeff, are you okay with that? All right.
Second.
All right, that passed with 4 yeses and an absent. Thank you, Mr. Hickey. Mr. City Attorney, do you have anything to report?
No, Mayor.
And Mr. City Manager, any updates?
Nothing to report.
All right, council members, any future agenda items? All right, hearing none, we are adjourned. It is 7:29. Great meeting, team. Hope everybody has a great night.